Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 12th layout using the April Hip Kit, and I'm showing you some of the stuff that I might be using. And surprisingly I still have a ton of stuff. And that's a pattern paper from my stash, and it is from Stampin' Up. I was just running so low on pattern papers that I just went and got one little thing from my stash. Now this, what I'm cutting out right here, was from the 6x6 pattern paper pad. That was an Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine, and there was a whole sheet of little labels. So I just cut them all apart and I'm using them on the different layouts. And this is a 6x6 pattern paper from that collection too, Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine. And in the big 12x12, I couldn't use that chevron. It was just, I didn't know how to use it. But I'm going to use the 6x6 pattern paper on this layout, and I'm just going to cut into it in the form of the chevron, just enough so that I can stick my photo underneath. And I love that. It just kind of makes it so it points to the photos. These are two photos of one of the meals that we ate while we were on our little trip to Niagara Falls. On the way there, we stopped in Toronto and did a little bit of shopping at the mall. And of course, we had to eat, and the selection was amazing. And so this little place here served Asian food, and my son loves anything Asian, like just everything. And so he grabbed a plate of it, and I had some too, and he wanted to eat with chopsticks. So I took a picture of the packaging of chopsticks for several reasons. Because I mean, look at the plate. It has a ton of greens in it, and you know how I feel about green. And then the writing on the chopsticks was also in green. So I thought, those are going to go really well together. Isn't it funny as a scrapbooker how you look at how you look at things differently than other people? Like my husband is like, you're taking a picture of the chopsticks, the packaging. Yes, because it's going to go well with the picture of the plate of the food. Anyway, he just kind of shakes his head, but he's kind of used to it by now. So the second layout that I did with this kit, I had taken a mister like that with just the nozzle, and I had drawn a circle, and then I had done my layout based on that. Now I thought, I want to do this again, except next time what I want to do is sew around it, because the first time when I did it on a green pattern paper, and I figured that the sewing wouldn't show up as much unless I did it all in white, and I wanted to use some green thread. So I thought, well, next time what I'll do is I'll do it on a white cardstock, and then I'll sew with some green threads. Well, I had just enough green pattern papers that I thought, you know what, I'm going to do another layout using the leftovers of the green pattern papers. So I had just a little square left of that wonderful green pattern papers that I used on my first layout. And then so I just cut that in half, and I'm going to use it on this layout. And then the branding strip from that pattern paper, I'm going to use it on this layout too. And then I'm just going to do a little fishtail on it, and I love that. Then once that dried, and what I use this time is the Heidi Swapp Color Shine. The color's called Citron. I went over to my sewing machine, and I did 3 circles in the light green and 3 circles in the dark green. And I really love how that turned out. And believe me, I was not neat with it at all. Like my circles are all wonky, but I don't care. I'm not the best sewer in the world, but I love the way it looks. So once in a while, when I think about it, I try to use my sewing machine here and there. And the biggest thing right now is I'm in the middle of cleaning my scrap room. So I had a ton of stuff packed up on top of my sewing machine. So that was the main reason that I wasn't using it. So because I am cleaning my scrapbook room, I cleaned around my sewing machine, so I was able to use it. So you'll probably see me using it a little bit more. And that's one of the reasons why I want my scrap room organized, so that, if everything's organized, I find that I use it way more. And, for the longest time, it was super duper organized, but it just got away from me. And, the drawers were overfilled and all that stuff. So now I'm just going through everything. I'm organizing my stamps in that new Avery L system that everybody's using. Not new, but, and then I'm also doing my dies that way, and, just a whole bunch of different things that I'm reorganizing, and I'm totally loving it. And I can't wait to share with you. I'm off for a week, so I'll be working on that a little bit more. Although Mason is coming for 4 days. So on the days that he's here, I won't be doing too much of anything except when he's sleeping, which I'll probably scrapbook and not be organizing. But anyway, back to the layout. Now that the circle is done, I just cut down those 2 pictures. The plate, I cut it down. I think it's a little smaller than 4x6, and then I just cut around the chopstick picture, and then I kind of put them together, mounted it on some green cardstock, and then I remounted it on that green pattern paper that was from my stash, and the rest is scraps. And except for that 6x6 pattern paper that was from the Amy Tangerine, the rest is just little bits and pieces. And I love that. I love that when I get to an end of a kit and I do pages with nothing. You know what I mean? Like just bits and pieces, and I make pages. This is page number 12. I have 14 done. And just in my head with what I have left, I think I'm going to be able to get 4 more done easily. So it's going to be 18 pages done at least by the time I'm done. And I plan on getting this done on this rotation and this rotation off, I guess. And then starting on my May kit. Would love that. I would love that my May kit would be done by the time I get my June kit. So that's my goal. I want to get caught up. Now this layout took me 50 minutes to complete, so fairly quick. And I mean, the sewing was probably, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes. It didn't take long at all. So we'll say 53 minutes because I didn't tape that. But yeah, that didn't take long whatsoever. Ever since I switched over to my big sewing machine, it's so much faster. I don't have the issues that I had with my small sewing machine. The small one is just trashed, I don't think I'll be able to use it again. And so what I just did was another branding strip was all those arrows, so I ended up cutting them in 3 pieces, and I'm spreading it out on the layout. I'm finally getting to use those Amy Tangerine gold thickers, and they're the words, and I'm just gonna take the word good times, and that's gonna be the title, because even for this summer, deciding where we were gonna go, my husband was like, oh, we should go, and I can't remember where he said. Anyway, he was like, I hear there's this restaurant there, and I'm like, seriously? We're going to base where we're going to go because of the food that we are able to eat? And he was like, well, no, but, like, I hear it's really good, so we could, go there while we're there. And I just thought it was funny that, we do love our foods and trying out different stuff. So it kind of is a big part of when we go somewhere, we try to find somewhere cool and fun to eat. So I just wanted to document that. And I don't want to write on the front of this layout because I just love there's a lot going on, but it's still sort of clean. It's just the circle and the sewing, and then I'm going to splatter at the end. But I don't want to put my handwriting on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little pocket on the back, and I'm going to journal about that, and I'm going to make it so that it kind of sticks out. I'll probably put it at the top right, just beyond that little cluster. Anyway, sorry, the recording stopped. So what I was saying was I'll put a little envelope on the back, or I'm going to build something on the back, and then I'll just put that the journaling just sticks out just above that little cluster at the top right, so you'll know to pull and that there'll be some journaling in there, just because I don't want to there's really no room where I can put my journaling on, and plus I just kind of like it white at this point, and I'm at the end I do end up adding some splatters, but I just want to keep it the way it is right now, and so I'm going to put the journaling to the back. I do end up using some of these Teresa Collins chipboard stickers, and a lot of them that I use are those little dots, and I'm going to sprinkle them around the layout, and then I do end up putting a heart above that wood veneer heart, and that wood veneer I just kind of backed the heart with the pattern paper that came from my stash, just because I found if I would have left it with a hole, it was just really distracting that you could see all the pattern papers. Now I'm going to use that other heart, and whenever I do a circle like that, I like to put little embellishments along the circle, because then it kind of makes it so that it kind of takes your eye around the circle even more. So I added a few of those little dots from the Teresa Collins, and then one little heart. Now I'm going to take out my Citron Mist again from Heidi Swapp, and then I'm going to take the black one also, and I'm going to add some misting. I did end up using one of the little flags from the Heidi Swapp collection, and it just says hello. And I mean, this is layout number 12. I've done 2 more, and I know that I can do at least 4 more, and I have a ton of stuff left as far as embellishments, and I love that. I'm going to be able to, I don't like putting pattern paper back into my stash, but I don't mind embellishments. Embellishments I go back and use up. As far as pattern papers, I never seem to go back and use them, so I don't mind having those extras, in embellishments. And where I'm, redoing my craft room, I've designated a drawer that's just for leftovers for my hip kits, so that whenever I need something extra, I can just go digging into that drawer and kind of use the rest of the stuff. So that's it. That's going to wrap up this layout. Here are a few close-ups of all the embellishment clusters, and I hope you're having a fabulous week. So thanks for watching. Bye.